Hey everyone, welcome to another Lake Katherine story time. My name is Miss Lorena and today I'm going to read a couple books that either have to do with a pond or a lake and just talks about some of the animals that are around. And I'm going to start with Turtle Splash. So let's see. These turtles splish and splash. Alright. 10 timid turtles lounging in a line. Startled by a bullfrog. And then how many do you think there were? 9. 9 napping turtles. The day is growing late. A rabbit rustles in the leaves. And now there are 8. 8 lazy turtles resting without care. A red squirrel scampers by the log. And then how many do you think are left? 7 still are there. 7 sleepy turtles hear the crunch of sticks. Deer appear beside the shore. Now there are 6. 6 sunning turtles watching ducklings dive. The mother mallard quacks at them. And then there are 5. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 idle turtles lolling by the shore. Pollywogs swirl by their log. Now there are 4. 4 drowsy turtles, quiet as can be. A butterfly flutters by. Now how many are there? Leaving only 3. 3 carefree turtles beneath a sky so blue. A chickadee chirps in a tree. Then there are 2. 2 silent turtles watch the setting sun. Mosquitoes buzz above their heads. Now there's only 1. 1 lonely turtle in the fading light. And 10 tired turtles settle for the night. The end. Now I have one more book for you, and hopefully I can sing this song. And this is called There's a Hole in the Log on the Bottom of the Lake. So let's see if I can sing this little tune. There's a log on the bottom of the lake. There's a log on the bottom of the lake. There's a log, there's a log, there's a log, log, log. There's a log on the bottom of the lake. There's a hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole, hole, hole in the log, log, log. There's a hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a frog, there's a frog, there's a frog, frog, frog in the hole, hole, hole in the log, log, log. There's a frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a hair, there's a hair, there's a hair, hair, hair on the frog, frog, frog in the hole, hole, hole in the log, log, log. There's a hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a fly on the hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a fly on the hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a fly, there's a fly, there's a fly, fly, fly on the hair, hair, hair on the frog, frog, frog in the hole, hole, hole in the log, log, log. There's a fly on the hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a net on the fly on the hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a net on the fly on the hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a net, there's a net, there's a net, net, net on the fly, fly, fly on the hair, hair, hair on the frog, frog, frog in the hole, hole, hole in the log, log, log. There's a net on the fly on the hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a fish near the net on the fly on the hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a fish near the net on the fly on the hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a uh-oh, chomp, snap, gulp. There's a fish on the bottom of the lake. There's a fish on the bottom of the lake. There's a fish, just a fish. There's a fish on the bottom of the lake. The end. So I hope you enjoyed those little stories and that little song. And I'll let Miss Tara from Lake Katherine take it over.
Hi everyone, my name is Tara Rosenwinkle and I'm the environmental educator here at Lake Katherine. Thank you again to Lorena and the Palos Heights Public Library for hosting another virtual story time. So here at Lake Katherine, what we're going to be doing is taking an exploration around the lake, since you just read a story about ponds and lakes. While we're doing this exploration, please keep in mind to be respectful of wildlife, to leave things where you find them, as well as not to feed the wildlife, such as bread, because bread is actually not very good for them. So we're going to take a look around and see what we can find. Nature is always changing, so you never know what we can find. So just looking around here, there is a feather, and this feather is gray. It has some little white fluffy ones at the end here to keep the bird nice and warm, and it also has some water droplets on it because it can help to repel water. So what kind of bird do you think it might be? If you guessed Canada goose, you are correct. So I do have some friends that wandered over closer to us over here. So if you take a look, there are a lot of geese. And we even have some babies over here with their parents. And you'll notice that they are eating grass, because this is a large part of their diet. They will eat a lot of the foliage here on land, as well as go into the water and eat some aquatic plants, as well as fish. So we've moved to a different location around the lake, and we did come across something really, really awesome. So do you know what the Illinois state fish is? If you guessed a bluegill, you are correct, and we did come across some bluegill nests actually. So if you take a look over here, you'll notice there are white circular spots at the bottom of the lake. These are actually bluegill nests. And the fish that you are seeing are the males. They are the ones who protect the nests. They are also the ones who build them. They build the nest by swishing their tails around and will make the bottom debris move away. And they also are the ones who protect the eggs too. So once the females have laid them, they will swim away and the males continue to protect them and chase out other intruders and other fish. Okay, so we did find something really, really awesome, and it is a common snapping turtle. We do have them here among other turtles here at Lake Katherine, and they get their names because they have such powerful jaws. They do snap down onto their prey, so if you ever come across one, please just be mindful again that they do have powerful jaws. They often eat fish. They can even eat some other aquatic wildlife in the water. They also get some moss that grows onto their back, and that helps to create some camouflage for them as well. They have really long tails and really powerful feet as well, because they will come up onto land and they'll dig with their back feet to make a nest, lay their eggs, and then come back to the water. Their spine is also attached to their shell, so if you ever come across a turtle, you never want to pick them up by their tail. Okay, so we made it to a new location, and we're actually going to be talking about lily pads. So if you take a look out here, there are a ton of lily pads. And lily pads are really awesome for an ecosystem because they helped create protection for other animals and insects by creating some shade. They also create hiding places from predators. They also create some safe places for them to lay their eggs as well. And you'll see that they also create these white flowers on there called water lilies, and those can also help some pollinators to stop by and get some nectar from the flowers. And water lilies don't grow in more than 7 feet of water, so you'll know if you see some lily pads that the water isn't deeper than 7 feet. Alright, so we came to another location, and here at Lake Katherine we do have great blue herons, we have black-crowned night herons, and we also have green herons. We did stumble across some green herons here, so we're going to talk a little bit about these guys. And they are some of the smaller herons, especially compared to a great blue heron, but they found a perfect location over here to hunt. And as you can see, they are standing on this fallen over tree. They are staying pretty still. They are patient and waiting for the right moment to strike for some fish. They have strong bills that are long and pointy so that they're able to stab and grab their food. So there is a special plant that grows around here at Lake Katherine. It provides a home for butterflies to lay their eggs. It provides protection in a way that you wouldn't think, and it also helps to provide nectar for it as well. And this plant is special to monarch butterflies. Do you know what it is? It is milkweed. And we have a plant right over here. It is special to monarchs because they not only lay their eggs on it, they get nectar from it. Their caterpillars also feed on their leaves, which have a milky substance in it, and that causes them to not taste very good, so predators aren't going to want to eat them. On top of that, the bright orange colors that the monarchs have when they're adults warns predators that, hey, I don't taste good, so that they're not going to want to be eaten. Thank you all so much for watching and joining me to explore Lake Katherine. I hope that you'll come and visit and explore Lake Katherine yourself and see what kind of wildlife you'll see. When you do come visit, please make sure that you respect the wildlife by not feeding them, as well as picking up your trash. And hopefully we'll see you again for another virtual story time. Thank you so much.